Alright everyone, we are back with War 7. I'll be taking in Mr. Negative Killmonger and Black Widow Clairvoyant. I will have Path 3 in Section 1 and Path 7 in Section 2. I have 3 mini-bosses along with boss duty this war. Alright, so Path 3, Section 1, we are taking this Cosmic Ghost Rider with Claire. They added 2 new node abilities to this node. One is Hit Me I Dare You, where they gain an armor up every 10 hits, and then static defense, where if he has an armor up, there's a chance you could get shocked per armor up. So you either want someone shock immune, or you want static defense, or you want someone who will nullify the armor up. So that's the mindset here with Claire. We're just going to get into Hellfire here at the start. The node does have return policy, so until we get buff immunity up, he's going to have quite a bit of power gain. Here we are in Hellfire. We're ready for this SP2 as soon as we get this SP1 out. And then we're going to drop the SP2. So now it's just straight bait SP1, combo, rinse and repeat. It is quite helpful that he's Incinerate immune. That way when we end our combos with the medium, we have some power gain as well, while buff immunity is up, instead of it just being nullifying buff. So down he goes, super easy fight. Next we take the shared fight for these paths against Immortal Hulk. Really, it's just the strike counter here. We're going to take it with Killmonger. We're going to go through the combo rotation of parry heavy, parry medium light, parry medium light light, parry medium light into an SP1. But that rotation is just for the beginning. We just need to make sure we have that kind of combo string between every special one. So there was the parry heavy. Here's the parry medium light. Here's the parry medium light light. And then here's parry medium light into SP1. Now, based on baiting out, we're going to alternate it. Here's a medium light light, back off, parry medium light. Baiting out another special, so we're going to retaliate with a medium light. And this is kind of where I start to realize, since I'm ending this combo rotation with the heavy, so there's a medium light, parry heavy, it means that my next point of contact, because I like hitting them before throwing the special, gives them 1 fury. So I'll probably do that one more time, and then it'll click, hey, don't end the combo rotation with parry heavy. Save one of the combos so that we can string it into SP1. So there it is again. Now I'm going to hit and throw, and there's the second fury, and that should stop right there. So moving forward, this is where I'm not going to end the strike counter combo with a parry heavy. See, we threw it earlier there. Here's a medium light into SP1. So pretty smooth fight. Just got to be smart here as we're getting towards the end. Hopefully Assassin will shut down his immortality. If not, we just have to be mindful that he's going to be unblockable. So my game plan, hopefully when he goes immortal here, is that we've already thrown an SP1, which is perfect, so he's not going to gain any furies. There's no rush to get a combo in. I'm going to hit into his block to let the immortality run out. And now that it's gone, it's not unblockable. So we're back to the strike combo counter. And boom, he dies from the heavy bleeds. So pretty straightforward fight. So I had to give someone else energy to reach Doom so that they could place a Mr. Fantastic Petrified pre-fight so that I could take this with Mr. Negative. So that's what that was. As someone places, I usually back out the game or reset the entire game so that the pre-fight is actually there. So you guys have seen me do this before. Rank 4 Doom. Parry heavy 3 times at the start. Convert the Furies to light, and with 9 light energy, bait an attack out here and evade counter. So it was the heavy, and I found out through that he has unfazed. So we got away there without unfazed hitting us. And now I just don't care. If it happens, it just means I'm not going to throw the SP2 right there right away, so it didn't. And now that it didn't, I threw the SB2. So I just hesitate. It's not going to let me anyways. If he had triggered unfazed there, all that would have happened was that Doom would have smacked me. I wouldn't have been able to throw SB2. And then I would have had to collect myself and then drop the big SB2. And as you can see, it got him most of the way, so the last 15%, I'm not going to risk an evade counter, so I'm just throwing attacks. Just getting him down while we've got the petrifies up. And the fight is pretty much over here. So it's a very lopsided fight for Doom. All right, so those fights were the night of Thanksgiving, so I had to take these last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fights the next morning, which isn't what I prefer to do, but hey, holiday. Taking Manthing here with Mr. Negative. It's not the same guy as the Power Snack guy, so I'm unsure if this fight has unfazed going in. So I'm just going to treat it the way I usually do, which is minimize evade counters. So we're going to parry medium light, parry medium light. Do it again if he lets us. Medium light, medium light. Now that we have 8, convert the 8. And it was his unstoppable from his heavy, so I'm used to that. Now convert these. There's the unfazed, so we get smacked a little. It's fine, doesn't kill us. Bait out an opening, and there's the big SB2 with 10 plus dark energy. Now we're going to parry heavy him into oblivion. I don't take advantage of the reverse power as much as I should have here. It's not a big deal though. There's no fear of giving him extra power through Mystic Dispersion or anything like that. And then I don't care about unfazed. Fight's pretty much over. I just go to smack him to end it. And this parry, down he goes. So another unfazed fight Mr. Negative just did not care about. Taking spam here on kinetic transference with AoE. I was kind of worried here. I was going to use a special damage boost skill. But then I realized there's a high chance I was going to have poppers on me almost the entire fight. So I figured I might as well not waste the boost. But what I found out in this fight is that spam was actually pretty willing to throw SB1, so I kept poppers off of me for the most part. And I actually dropped quite a few specials. So here we are, pushed him to SB1, bait it, we have True Strike. Now we don't have to worry about evade. I'm throwing SB1s because it's some extra damage while I see that there are no poppers on me. So I'm just letting it rip. It helps too, it pushes him to SB1 so I don't have to take any blocked hits trying to find openings. They're right here. And as I said before earlier, he was just very willing to throw SB1. So we got him to 25% almost without having to throw another block in there for a parry. But we do have the popper on, as you can see. So we can't drop a special yet. But I do see that it goes away. He threw SB1. Might as well drop this SB2. I was hoping this would kill him. Just put him just shy. Didn't get a crit on any of those hits. But full yellow bar for Killmonger, which is great because we have to use him for the boss. So no potions needed there. Moving on to the Stun Reflect Mini Weapon X. You guys have seen me take this with Claire before, and this one is no different. Taking it with Claire again. Game plan here, Mystic boosts so that we can cycle SB2s a little bit faster, not crazy fast. The indestructible boost I had on during spam lasted long enough here. I'm not in a rush. It's got half its time left. We're going to beta heavy at the start. There it is. Convert to plague. Don't parry. Immediately poison him. And then now we can parry. Instead we intercept, convert to Hellfire. Okay, now we're going to try not to push him too far. Let his special attacks get him in Berserk. And he's already down 15% just from some combos, so that's good. We're in Berserk. Wait out the Unstoppable. Block decks so that we can bait out some heavies like that one there. You're going to see me back off when I have enough room just to kind of let the Berserk timer die off so that we can get to the real damage, which is placing an Incinerate and being able to stun him and then comboing him in the face. There's another heavy. Almost out of berserk. All right, time to place this incinerate. Now we can parry. Now we can lay on the damage. And here's an SP2 while incinerate is up, so some big hits. Okay, baiting out. There it is, incinerate. Now we can parry, instead we intercept. The fight's just going so smooth that we can just intercept freely. All right, looks like he's about to go berserk again. I don't want to throw this SP2. I think we'll just go ahead and intercept him instead with it. And here we go. Didn't have to intercept with it. Decided to retaliate off a heavy. It's down to 30%. 35. Obviously, he's going to heal back a lot of that SP2 damage. Trying to wait out this berserk. And now we're going to go ahead and lay on the damage. So place an incinerate and throw the SP2. Fantastic. Now we can parry and do some damage. Get rid of the stun reflect again, parry, do some damage. I wanted to throw the SP1 there, but I just decided, hey, let's not rush it. And down he goes with this SP2. So another clean Weapon X fight. All right, we got Peni here on best defense and brute force. You guys have seen me take this with Warlock and a White Magneto pre-fight. This war, I was told to take it with Claire. So I haven't done this before, but the concept's the same, except that we need to get Claire into Hellfire at the start so that we can lay on the parry heavy with immune, incinerate immune, and drop some bigger SP3s. Because that's where the damage is going to come from. So while she doesn't have any spider sense charges, we're in Hellfire. So here we are in Hellfire, perfect timing. Now it's just parry heavy is the name of the game. But what you will see, not right now, I'm going to bait out this SP1. And then we're going to drop the SP3. What you're going to see pretty soon is that some of the heavies, and maybe even the SP3, we'll pay attention to it when we come out of the animation, trigger auto block. And even though I don't get auto blocked or anything like that, it still gives the power gain from the best defense. So I'm not really sure how I didn't lose those 20 charges on that SP3, but it was perfect because there's all the power gain for it. And to be honest, had the fight continued working the way that first SP3 worked, this fight would have been over a lot faster and with a lot more health. But now it's at 0 charges, so now we have to build those back up. We can't retaliate the SP1 in fear that auto block will kick in and then we'll take some damage there. And there it is, a heavy triggered an auto block. So between baiting SP1, waiting out the SP1 animation, and then waiting for a opening to land a heavy attack without the auto block triggering, where I actually get health drained from it, it caused brute force to eat up a lot more of my health than I would have liked. So I'm trying to get to 20 charges here, but we end up a little too close to the wall, so I'm just not going to risk trying to parry against the wall. Just going to throw it with the 18 charges. She's at less than 25% health, so after this SP3, one of the heavies should just do it. Probably 2 or 3 more. So here's some more, waiting out some SP1s. There's some more brute force damage. One more heavy should do it. And we landed on the re-parries. So not a bad option. All right, and then the last fight, Modok boss. You guys have seen me take Modok with Killmonger a bunch. We found out with our first Modok with high ground that there is no worry of high ground damage here. And then it's just a super flowy, quick fight. I mean, push him to SP1 after baiting out heavies. So shield's gone. Here we go. Push to SP1. Be mindful of the shield. Don't finish combos into the shield. Okay, shield's gone. Okay, intercept there. Push him to SP1. He's at SP1. Bait the SP1. Gain true strike off the SP1. So now we're good. Still baiting out heavies because I don't have any unstoppable. They're the unstoppable charges. Bait out SP1. 4-hit combo, back off. Use unstoppable. 4-hit combo, back off. Bait SP1. And this is just the show. This is just the entire fight. There's nothing more to it. If you stick with this rotation, you keep high ground pretty much off the entire fight, but you're not taking much block damage at all, or many blocked hits at all, except for when you're utilizing the counter punch, which is just, if anything, two blocked hits every 3 or 4 SP1s from Modok. And you see, that's why I use, in my mind, when you're fighting a high ground champion, sometimes it doesn't make any sense to use an invulnerability boost, because the high ground is not going to be prevented from that. So it's really just a safety net for getting hit against someone like Storm, Pyramid X, or let's say Nova. But going smooth in that rotation. Realistically, you could throw or drop a big SP3 once he's at about 30 bleed charges if you'd like. I prefer not to, just because that throws the rhythm off and requires, in my opinion, more blocked hits if you're not going to backdraft intercept off the wall. Now, if you're going to backdraft intercept off the wall, sure, go with that. I don't tend to avoid a safe plan for something that could, quote unquote, be risky. So if this works, why stop it? So just going to town. Ran out of charges there. Didn't really work out. It's fine. Moved on to our SP1. Bait his SP1. 4-hit back off. Counterpunch. 4-hit back off. Counterpunch. Bait SP1. Combo, use our SP1. And game over. So, clean war for me. Really brute force did the most damage. Even found unfazed twice. It didn't do anything to Mr. Negative. RBG sucked. We died 5 times to their 0, which is unfortunate, especially because we lost this war by 2 deaths. So, this alliance we beat 13-0 last season. And this is our 4th loss, I think. So we're 3-4. So at this point, we are fighting to stay top 10 instead of top 3, which is really disappointing, considered how much we're trying to focus on podium spots. But it is what it is. 5 more wars of the season. Hopefully we can turn around. We will see. Black Friday video comes out tomorrow, so I will catch you guys at that one. Hope you enjoyed this war video.